Alright, last video possibly for the day. There's more videos or more stuff I'd like to talk about, but it's going to be like 9 videos, so let's just keep it like 5 if we can. Whistleblower was a failed coup. Mainstream media are covering up phony DOJ dossier. CIA whistleblower Kevin Chute says the mainstream media is laser focused on the recent Cohen plea and the Manafort conviction, both of which have nothing to do with Russia collusion, he says, because the mainstream media are conspirators and have nothing to do with real news. I actually completely agree with him on that statement, actually, to be honest. By the way, as for this Manafort thing, this is all stuff that he did prior to being Trump. So, why is Russia investigation or Russia collusion going through Paul Manafort and what they did, 10 years ago? It's like, okay, you're pretty desperate for something here, are you? But anyway, let's jump into it. We know the mainstream media, MSM, is not interested in the news, the Kevin Chute says to the USA watchdog's Greg Hunt. Quote, they have, from their editors and down to their corporate owners, an objective, and in this case, to remove Donald Trump. He said he stands against everything that they are, the left or the dark left as I call it. Trump is actually confronting the shadow government and the deep state, and he has them all shaking. He has the news media shaking and pushing these really leftist things, so they are unintentionally and on purposely blocking the news and deleting the news about things like this soft coup and the phony dossier. This is a very powerful interview. If you have the time to watch it, we suggest you watch it in its entirety. It's over 37 minutes. Link in the description below, because obviously we're not going to play that on here. Chute went on to detail the truth. The MSM will not tell the latest revelations. That is, Bruce O'Hare was the 4th highest ranking official in the Obama Justice Department, DOJ. Wrote on now infamous phony Trump dossier, which was used to apply for fraudulent federal wiretaps with FISA court to spy on Trump. Chute says all of his investigations started with Bruce O'Hare, and will be the next to lose his security clearance. It all started from the fake dossier, which led to eventually the appointment of Robert Mueller, special prosecutor, and the entire foundation is based on falsity. I understand the next replication of security clearance is probably going to be Bruce O'Hare, because he crafted the fake dossier with Christopher Steele, and many have been writing the thing. After the FBI supposedly fired Christopher Steele, Bruce O'Hare had at least 70 communications with Steele back and forth talking about the firewall that's still there to protect us. Recent accounts show that Bruce O'Hare either wrote the dossier with Christopher Steele or he wrote it himself in communication with Christopher Steele. Kevin Chute. When Hunter asked Chute if the dossier meant to frame Trump came directly from the FBI and DOJ, Chute confirms that it did. Oh yes, they coordinated it for sure. There are 70 emails back and forth between O'Hare and Steele crafting the dossier, so the FBI and Department of Justice were intimately involved with the creation and publication of the dossier. Even went further than that, the FBI and CIA counterintelligence even placed an agent inside the Trump campaign. I think it was actually 2 agents, but anyway. Chute concluded that the civil war in the making right now, I think we're at the beginning of a civil war. You got the dark left and you've got the conservative people, the constitutionalists, the progressivism. It's one of the tenets that's going to change the Constitution, especially the First Amendment and an uproot traditional America. Whatever happens in November is going to intensify that. Their attack is against Christians and the Constitution. Okay. So, what's my view on all this? Do I believe that the DOJ and CIA and whatnot went through? Yeah, I do. I reckon elements of the CIA, DOJ went through and actually planned this fake dossier so that they could get the FISA warrants, so they could go through and have the Mueller investigation. Everything that Mueller is based on, or is acting on right now, is based on these FISA warrants and whatnot, which is all fake. It is all fake news. They literally released the dossier to the public, to the press, so that then they could use the press reporting on it to verify their own statement. It's the circular logic thing. And look, at the end of the day, it is a complete load of crap. And yeah, there are going to have to be questions asked, and someone is going to have to start asking them soon. How was Robert Mueller's investigation able to be started with a fake dossier? How were we able to get a special prosecutor into Trump when the information it was all based on was complete fake? You know, the only thing that Mueller's investigation has found out was some campaign finance fraud that happened and some tax evasion that had nothing to do with Trump. They're supposed to be investigating Russia collusion, but they're so far off the reservation now that they've completely lost track of where they've started. And at the end of the day, this has absolutely nothing to do with Russia colluding with Trump campaign to win the election. And, you know, the left will turn around and say, oh, it doesn't have to be just about that. That was the initial pretense of this investigation. It was supposed to be that you go through and you investigate for Russia collusion. Well, guess what? You're not doing that. Because obviously you can't find anything about that. So at the end of the day, look, I think shutting down Mueller's investigation, it would be a bad idea. Because at the moment, you're better off letting him spin his wheels. And at the end of the day, it makes him look really bad because of the fact he hasn't been able to find anything. It makes the Democrats look really bad because, well, they're the ones trying to push for this. It makes mainstream media look really, really bad because their Russia collusion narrative is completely falling apart, if it already hasn't. And at the end of the day, the only person that's really actually coming out on this is Trump. And yeah, there's a little bit of damage to his credibility with his campaign finances and whatnot, but it's got nothing to do with Russia collusion. And at the end of the day, Obama had campaign finance problems and fines handed out. 300, 400,000, whatever it was. So, you want to go claiming we should impeach Trump for that? Well, maybe we should have impeached Obama too. Because he was also charged with similar things. Because, I don't know, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Do you believe that MSN is reporting on these arrests by Cohen and all that sort of stuff? Oh, sorry, arrest of Cohen and all that from Mueller's investigation because they're desperate for a win? Do you think they're trying to cover up the fact that they have nothing when it comes to Russia collusion? Or do you think they're trying to get away from the point that, this is all based on fake news? It was all based on a fake dossier that was literally paid for by the Democratic Party. It was literally supposed to be campaign-financed opposition information from the Democratic Party. And it was all fake. And they used it to get a special prosecutor. Holy dooly. But guys, let me know your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack the like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great night and enjoy.